Okay, looks like we are live now. How's it going, guys? All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I do. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. All right, how you guys doing?
Doing well.
Pretty good?
Doing well.
Good, good. All right, Sean, I haven't met you before. Where are you located out of?
I'm in Panama City, Florida.
Okay. The other Sean's from Florida as well.
Down in Tampa. We're about 8 hours away.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, since I've never met you before, how long you been doing FBA?
I started actually May of 2014. I just started on a whim. I sent in books, music CDs, and VHS. Then I had a hiccup. My wife got cancer in the summer, and so I kind of put things off for a while. And so I started here back in February after she her post-treatment. I also own a retail store. I sell equestrian equipment and apparel. And actually, in about 2 weeks, my manager is going to buy my store. So I'm looking forward to go 100% FBA. And so I'm just kind of learning the ropes as we speak.
Oh, nice. Well, it's good to meet you. Lucy, how you doing? Oh, she's muted.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute because I've got this noise in the background. My daughter's on my phone and she's watching YouTube. I just don't want her to disturb our video. I'm waiting for her to go to bed.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing good.
You're doing good?
Yeah.
Okay, I know we talked quite a bit. How long have you been doing FBA?
I've been doing it since January of this year. Very new to the reselling business. And doing it part-time, like maybe an hour a day, 2 hours a day.
Okay, yeah, and I see it's paying off pretty good. You just had $1,000 a month.
Yes, exciting. I'm hoping
Mary,
to double that this month.
I'm good.
Mary, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, Chris. How are you? What the fuck is this?
I'm okay. Days, but it's a Monday.
Make it go away.
How's business going up there in Wisconsin?
Good, good. I have an excellent UPS man, so he texted me this morning that I had 40 cases coming on a separate track besides what he was bringing, so he gives me a big heads up.
That's cool.
Sean, how's it going, man? Sean Mayo.
Doing good. Yeah,
Doing
we're
good.
doing good.
Had a little scare for a minute, but it's good to see you back, man.
Yeah, I wasn't scared.
Sean, how long have you been doing FBA? A couple years now, right?
Since August of 2012.
3 years.
And then what you mainly do groceries, right?
About 45% groceries, yeah. The rest is all
45%.
mixed up. I sell whatever is profitable.
Yeah. And what got you into selling on FBA?
I want to make money. Well, why do you want to do it? I mean,
Well, I want to do it
you do
because
everyone else.
yeah,
What's that?
yeah, I want to quit my day job is what I want to do.
So,
Be at
quit
home
your job.
quit my job. And it's enjoyable. I mean, it's fun going and looking for stuff. Recently, I got turned on to App Eagle, and that's been helping me out a lot. I haven't been messing with my prices, and sales are picking up. Do you guys use any special reprices like that?
Yeah, App Eagle's the best thing on the market for the price, you know. Unless you want to spend $2,000 or $3,000 a month, App Eagle is really the best thing out there.
Yeah, What about you, Sean Mulligan? What
No,
using?
actually, I heard about it. Could you briefly explain as far as I mean, I understand the repricing part of it, but it does it automatically, or do you set it for guidelines, or how does that work?
Well, how it is you can do it two different ways. You can set up a formula where it will reprice each item uh, to your standard. You can do like 5% lower than the lowest or whatnot, or you can set an actual dollar amount,
Okay.
like the lowest that you'll take.
So if you have a certain product, you've got like say 10 different sellers, and you're very competitive. I mean, the thing about it is I hate when I hear about it, you don't want to tank the price too low because you wipe your profit out. But again, you want to be competitive enough to be in the buy box. I guess that's the key to it.
Yeah. Well, like me personally, what I do with it is I try not to make any less than 30% ROI.
Right.
And so what I do is I'll go when I list my item, I'll go and I'll look at my FBA fees, and then I'll add what I paid for the item plus 30%, and that's what I'll put as my lowest amount.
Okay. Well, that makes
And,
sense.
and yeah, and so that way I'm going to get what I want for it. But usually the items that I get, I don't buy unless it's at least doubling my money.
Uh-huh. What's your percentage of, say, retail arbitrage versus, say, online arbitrage, or do you do both?
Right now, I'm almost 100% retail arbitrage. I tried online before, but by the time the product got to me,
Yeah.
the item already tanked. So it seems to me that going to the store
works better. Yeah. I for some reason I'm just the opposite. I seem to do better online. I know it's a lag in time, but because I'm at my own retail store, I don't have time to go out to other retail stores. Plus, my wife can't comprehend what I'm doing, so I'm trying to explain to her. I'm trying to actually get into more into wholesale. Is what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah. Sean, you do a lot of wholesale, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to call you.
Yeah, some, not a whole lot. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can.
Okay, my light. Well, okay. Yeah, I buy everything, in hand. So I'm not buying anything online at all. If I can't touch it, I don't buy it. But I do buy, some stuff wholesale. You just, it's not really hard. But what I do is, if I can't touch it with my hands, I don't buy it. So I go to a lot of wholesalers, travel around the state. Then I'll have them ship it to me. It's, I think it's really the best thing for my business model.
Yeah, I've been looking into doing some wholesale. I found a couple places here in Dallas. I was just confused on how it all gets set up. Do you go and you pick it up from the actual warehouse, or do they mail it to you, or how's that go?
Sometimes, the best thing to do is, you have a reseller's permit. That's all any of them really want. So, if you're looking for a product, you're out doing retail arbitrage, go out there and find a good product, then go backwards. You contact the manufacturer, tell them you're looking to resell it, and ask if they either sell directly or if they can give you some local distributors in your area.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nice. Mary, for the people who don't know you, you have a business up there in Wisconsin. If you want to explain to everybody what you do, what services you have.
I have a prep, pack, and ship company. I work with all
There's two scanners.
size sellers, from the person who sends me 10 to 30 products a week to accepting pallets of items. I accept pallets from wholesalers. We just got some pallets in from 888lots.com.
Oh. Heard about them.
Yeah, And on those, everything is not going to be able to go to Amazon. So what we do is we will take the pictures, we will send it to the customers, they can list it on eBay, and we will merchant fulfill out of our warehouse.
Oh, nice.
It's fine, I'll just play something else.
So yeah, they still then don't have to touch your products. We can log into their eBay account and do the shipping right from their account if they want us to do that. Of course, you know, it's just like with Amazon. We can log into their accounts. We can't see everything. You know, we just send in, do their shipping plan for them, and send it out. It's called the limited access is what it's called. So yeah, we just ship directly out of our warehouse, and even for eBay, they don't touch your products. I do have 2 eBay accounts. They ship me pallets of products, and we ship right out of our warehouse.
And what do you charge for that?
$2.50 per order. When we take the pictures and stuff for eBay, it's $1 per picture. We let them do the listing, and then it's just $2.50 per order that we ship.
What about like merchant fulfilling for Amazon?
$2.50 per order.
That's good.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. I hear that's going to get big pretty soon, you know, prepping, and a lot of stuff is going to go towards that. So that's a good business to get into.
And we're located in Wisconsin. So for shipping, I had one order last week. It was 844 pounds, I believe. All went UPS, and it was $179.
Oh, wow.
So the shipping was very reasonable.
Hmm.
You know, that was about, oh gosh, I can't remember how many products were on there. A lot of it was food, so like bundles. God, I want to say there was probably 600 products, but it was still only $179 to ship it.
Did it go to different warehouses?
No, this order all went into Kentucky.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm shipping a lot of stuff to Kentucky from here.
CVG3?
I can't remember what warehouse. I would assume that's the big one in Kentucky, right?
Yeah, that's where all the, you know, they're reprocessing out of there. So if we do 18 or more, they all go there. I think my next order, I've got about 2,600 items going there so far.
Okay.
So if we had like so you make the bundles for us as well?
Yeah, you know, you have your bundles already created, but we just bundle it for you then.
Okay.
Okay. I'm getting interested in doing bundles. I have yet to do a bundle, but I mean, a lot of people have been telling me I'm missing out on doing bundles. There's a lot of money in it.
Yeah, we prep a lot of bundles.
Oh, okay. Let me see. What do you mainly do? Online or retail?
I try to do online a lot because I have limited time to go out to the stores and start sourcing because of family-wise, and I work full-time. So I try to do a lot of online at work, and if I get a chance to go to the stores, I start scanning, and I wish I could go out there more, but the onlining is where I am at right now.
I agree.
Okay. Yeah, I work full time as well, and I've been looking into online. I tried it once, but like I said, I didn't really make too much off of it. Like someone who is like us, working full time and looking online, what kind of advice would you give them as far as, you know, trying to find something that's profitable online?
Who, me?
Anybody.
I have a lot. I have a hard time finding something that's going to give me 50% back. I'm finding a lot that the raking is so high, but the the money is there, but it doesn't sell. It just sits there for a while.
Can I suggest something to you?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, there's a program and I use it's called Jungle Scout. What this does is you can type in a ASIN number or a product number, and what this will do, this only came out last few months, by the way, it'll give you a ranking of what's selling, how many are selling in that month. So if you're thinking, even though it's a good buy and it's on Amazon, I'm finding out that some things aren't selling very well, so there's no sense even trying to list it. It just kind of gives you a historical background. So this guy who designed him, Greg Mercer, he didn't do it, but he came up with the idea. It's like $87 one-time fee, and what it is, it's a Chrome extension that goes up in your Chrome window. And what you do, it says JS, and if you come to a page of certain items, like groceries or clothing, whatever, you click on it, and then what it'll do, it'll populate a little pop-up window, and it'll show all the items that are selling, if Amazon's selling it, if it's FBA, or if it's merchant fulfilled. And if it's Amazon fulfilled, I don't really touch it, but if it's FBA, then you can kind of look at it as a guideline. Just a suggestion to look at, because there's so much stuff out there that's listed on Amazon. Doesn't mean it's selling on Amazon.
Right.
So that's just something I found out here in the last month or so.
Have you been using it?
I'm sorry?
Have you been using it?
Oh, yes, exactly. I've been using it because I can go. For instance, do you use any sourcing lists? Do you get any like free sourcing lists? Like, there's a couple other people who do like Godfather deals on Facebook. He sends stuff all the time. Like I'm flipping on Amazon right now. To be honest with you, Amazon will sell out a certain product, toys, for example, or like I bought. Believe it or not, I bought these elastic can-do exercise. They were like normally $200. They're on sale for $39.95. It's a 5-box set. I bought 3 of them. That was a max. I got them back, shipped them back to Amazon, and they're not sold yet. I just got them back on Friday. But I'm going to make $100 profit per each when they do sell. And they are selling about 12 to 15 a month. So... But anyway, I just bought, for example, I bought a couple of these on Amazon, just 2 of them called ear hogs for $7.19, and they're selling on Amazon for $21. Now I got 2 of them, but I filled an order just to get those in to see how they'll work.
I see that a lot because I'm in that group, and I sit there and I think, how many people have seen this and how many people are buying it?
But you know what? Not that many people. Some do, some don't. Now, there's a thing. There's some people will take an item, like there's these Walmart Sue ZUH whatever thing. Those are like tanked down. But one of the things too is that shoes and clothing. There'll be some items that are closed out in certain sizes and colors. I haven't quite done it yet, but I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, that's what I found also. That's when I did the online. I went to Walmart.com, and those same things you were just describing, the ZHU, I bought like 10 of them. Bought like 10 of them, and they went down to like 97 cents now, you know?
Yeah, everybody and their brothers buying those things out, and that's kind of one of those things that's a kind of a, it's a supply and demand situation. Now, if you held on to them for Christmas, they might sell better, but right now there's too many on the market.
Well, I mean, for online, so say a lot of people's going to, of course, Walmart and Target. Is there any other websites that have good deals?
Yeah, drugstore.com has a lot of stuff. Lakeside Home Decor does stuff. There's numerous ones. There's another one lady called FBA Doubles. There's a lady out of the Philippines. She posts stuff all the time. It's kind of a closed group right now, but I found out certain there's certain mom and pop retailers or small companies that sell stuff, and it's just a matter of trying to find them. Thing of that is you've got to act on them pretty quick.
Yeah. Do you do any liquidation or pallet buying?
I haven't done so yet. I'm in contact with another guy on that's out of I think he's in Texas, and he's able to get shoes from Macy's, but you had to buy them at like $4,000 or $5,000 lots, and I haven't done that yet, but there's a pretty good markup on women's shoes. It's just that Michael Kors is a restricted item to sell, and he has a lot of those in the liquidation, so I'm kind of hesitant about going that route right now.
Sean, don't do that. Why don't you friend me on Facebook, and I have the ladies' direct email from Macy's that you can get lots from. Or anybody who wants it, I'll give it out.
Okay, I'll have to get your information.
Yeah, as long as you have a resale number, you can go directly to Macy's.
Okay, all right.
I know Coach is restricted also on Amazon. Yeah. You can't sell Coach on eBay or Amazon.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to get down. Being naive about it is one thing, but I don't want to be kicked off because I didn't know any better. There's actually a list of restricted brands that you're not supposed to sell, like Hello Kitty, Dunkin' Donuts, all kind of crazy stuff. And when I found those items out, I'm like, I've got them posted so I don't make sure I don't buy those items.
Yeah, and
there is no list of restricted items. Those are just lists that people make up.
Is that what it
is?
Most
of those things are not restricted.
So I'll be safe with Victoria's Secret perfume on there.
Dunkin' Donuts is not restricted. Michael Kors is.
Okay.
Nothing from Hello Kitty is restricted. That's just things that people make up lists. Dunkin' Donuts was suing people for a while.
Right.
Complain about intellectual property rights.
Right.
But it's not restricted from Amazon. It was just that they were, sellers were getting sued. But, one thing is not the same as the other. And Amazon has no official list of any items being restricted.
Okay, so what's out on the internet is just a bunch of bogus stuff, probably to scare people off, I guess.
I'm not saying it's bogus. I'm just saying it's lists that people or Facebook groups have created on their own.
Okay, I understand. Okay, that makes sense to me.
It's the same as multiples. There's no list of multiples, that Amazon has released. It's just, it's either tagged as a multiple and you can't sell it, during the specified time, or you can. But they don't tell you.
Okay. Well, thanks for the info. I didn't know that.
All right. Something I wanted to ask everybody on here, for all the new people who's just began selling this year, what's some good advice that you guys can give people who maybe had a slow month, or don't believe that it can pick up?
Go ahead. Nobody's talking.
I believe basically is that you've got to send in inventory every week, because I can tell you I sent most of my inventory in March. My wife was kind of like telling me to hold off, but I'm only basing my sales on inventory that I've sold. I'm only selling maybe every other week, which is just to get me going again. But I know from what I've read, in order to get your numbers up, you've got to ship stuff in almost daily, if not twice a week, and ample inventory enough to get enough inventory in Amazon for sales to go up. It's just a matter of you can't sell out of empty wagon. That's that's an old saying that I've had, and I've heard that in retail a long time. If you don't have it to sell, how are you going to sell things?
Yeah. Feeding the beast, as we so often see in here.
Yes, I've heard that also
Uh,
too as well. And I know one of the things that I heard about last year, and of course I didn't take advantage of, it, was about fourth quarter. I've heard a lot of people. There's a guy named Dennis Smith called Sourcing Secrets. He started back in October and just blew it out of the water. But he's finding that he's having to source from other sources now. He actually went to China about a week or two ago, and I know there's certain people also doing private label from China. I'm just starting to sample some of that items, but I'm not ready to make that dive yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of people's doing private labeling. I've looked into it through Alibaba, and just, it kind of confuses me a little bit on how to get it going. But I know a few people, they make quite a bit of money each month from it.
What I suggest, what I've been told, is AliExpress, which is like a subversion of Alibaba, and you can get products and specs like 8 or 10 items. I got these items I just got in a few days ago, and I'm gonna test market the item out without buying a whole 100 or 500 and what they call MOQ, minimum order quantity, and just kind of sample that out, because I know there's a guy up in Pennsylvania named Andy Slammons. He's got like 20 items. He's doing a lot of money a month, almost $2,000 a day just in selling private label.
Yeah.
But you got to have the inventory, and it's a timing issue, and you got to have it either air shipped or shipped by sea, and it's a lot of logistics involved right now. I'm not ready to take that venture right now. I want to learn more about retail and online arbitrage and that sort of thing personally.
When you're doing retail, what's your favorite scanner that you use? Do you use the Amazon Seller app?
Yeah, I use the Amazon Seller app. I just use my phone itself. I actually don't even have a barcode scanner. I just can't justify it right now. Hopefully, I can later on. I would love to go out and learn from somebody who does this, because I know it's just there's a guy named John Grollo. All he does is like Walgreens. And he'll hit Walgreens all day long and just ship stuff in, and that's all he does is like drugstores. Yep. And I think it's amazing that people have a certain itch to go after, and I think it's great. But I for the life of me, I can't figure it out right yet.
Well, I mean, it's actually pretty simple. John, he's out of Dallas. You know, I'm out of Dallas as well.
Right.
And I mean, I've recently found Walgreens. You know, I've mainly been sticking to Walmart clearance for the longest time, and so I went into Walgreens a couple days ago, and they had a bunch of clearance on the supplements, and so I just scanned a bunch of them, and it was huge profit, you know. And so I just bought, you know, I bought all the clearance items out of that and sent them in. I have Inventory Lab, and I've been using Scoutify as my scanner.
Okay.
And I think it works a lot better than Amazon Seller app, because it tells you the ROI that you're going to get back on it.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, I've seen some YouTube videos about that.
And also it has you linked up with Camel, and Keepa, so you can see how often something's selling. Even if the link is high, you can still look and see when's the last time it's sold. Sure. And that helps me decide on it.
All right, some good advice.
Yeah. Lucy, are you using the Seller app, or are you just doing online like you said?
I'm doing the Amazon app that I have. That's what I scan with.
Okay. I was gonna let you know also with the Inventory Lab, you know, it has the .com you go to, and if you're doing online sourcing, you can put the item in on Inventory Lab, and it'll pull up the same thing. It'll tell you the ROI and the ranking on it, and you can pull up the Keepa on it, and so that can help with online sourcing. And I think it's $50 a month.
Wait, Mommy's on the phone.
I need to talk.
Yeah, but yeah, Inventory Lab, definitely check that out. a friend of mine turned me onto it a few weeks ago, and now I can actually see how much I'm spending a month and how much I'm making a month without guessing on it, or spending way too much.
Does it track your sales, Chris?
It does.
Okay, so you line up to your account. So whatever you're sending in, what your sales are, it can kind of give you like an up-to-date or daily ROI sales.
Yeah, it updates once a day, and also it tracks your taxes as well. So at the end of the year, it has your sales taxes.
Okay.
So that helps out. That helps out a lot. But yeah, it updates every day, and when they get your shipment in, it'll go from inactive to active, just like it does on FBA.
Okay.
And when it sells, but you have to type in how much you paid for each item that you shipped in and stuff. But
Okay.
I mean, if you're doing spreadsheets or anything else, it's the same thing.
I see.
Yeah. So it's a lot better. Do we have any? Is there any? I can't see the chat. Is there any questions in the chat?
I think it's just us 4 online or 5 online.
Is it? Okay, it's saying we have 29 viewers. I don't.
Okay.
Well, that's what it says at the bottom of my window. I can't see the chat though.
Okay. Well, that says it's probably just watching the video, which is fine. I do the same thing
Yeah.
sometimes. Other things.
You have TV?
Yeah, I think that's what was freezing up my my computer is I can't see the chat.
Okay. Well, it's on the left-hand side. It's a blue box.
Okay, yeah, the blue box, that's our personal chat box.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
But okay, well, I had it down to take some questions, but I can't see any.
Okay. I think the premise of the video or the chat was you're going to talk about fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And I think that's something I'm concerned with. Well, I like to learn more about because I know that. I guess the question is that like toys, for example, that's like the hottest selling thing naturally. But do you actually buy toys, hold them, or do you send them in at a high price so they don't sell? I mean, there's different strategies involved. But what would you suggest for like getting ready for fourth quarter?
What I would suggest is, I mean, what we were saying earlier, keep on feeding the beast. I mean, it's gonna eventually sell. And like last fourth quarter was the first time I've ever done it. And I mean, things that were like 2 million ranked, they sold within the week of me sending it in. So everything sells that I saw, and everybody.
A lot of people online shopping online. I know that's like you can throw anything up there just about and they'll sell.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this Q4 because I'll have a little bit more sourcing money to go out and do stuff. Did you do it last year?
No, actually,
Christmas time?
I was not able to do it. My wife was starting her cancer treatment. I just totally was not. FBA was in the back burner. I didn't.
No, I understand that.
February.
Mary, did you do Q4 last year on FBA?
I did. I started sending in at the end of August.
Did you mainly just send in toys?
No, I sent in whatever I found on clearance or whatever. Home, kitchen, things from Walmart. I don't really have a niche, so I just send in whatever I can make money on.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, everything was selling on that. So, I mean, I just started getting heavy into FBA in January, but I was still a part of Amazon since last June, and I learned about FBA in September. So I didn't get a chance to send in that much stuff, but all the things that I did send in, they eventually sold. And I went from getting $100 disbursements to $500 disbursements. So it was really nice, and that's what made me want to do this full time. So starting January, I started getting more serious about it. But Sean, how was your Q4 last year?
Mine?
Yeah.
We did pretty good. I mean, nowhere near as good as we're doing now. You know, I don't really remember. I mean, I can look, I can tell you, but you know, every month should be better than the one before. So as long as you know, there's no point in sending all your stuff in now, or buying anything for Q4 and raising the price so nobody buys it.
Right.
You buy the stuff and you set the price at whatever you want to sell it for, and yeah, you know, so we were, you know, if you buy something now, hold it, you know, till October, which would be the beginning of Q4. How many times could you buy something and sell it, and you know, double your money or whatever kind of returns you're making, you know, while you're holding this one toy for Q4? So I never buy anything for Q4. I never hold anything. You know, obviously at the volume we're doing now, there's no room to hold anything. But
Makes sense.
you know, just sell for now. I mean, I know lots of people. You know, if you've got a lot of money, obviously, you know, you can be buying, you know, toys in bulk to send in for Q4. But whatever you have, send it in. You know, I have between 12 and 15,000 items at the Amazon warehouse, and I pay about $150 a month, you know, in the short-term storage fees. So, you know, you're not talking about a lot of money. You couldn't warehouse that much stuff, you know, anywhere for $150.
No, I agree.
So, you know, your best bet is just to buy for now and send it in and set your price wherever you want it to be. And if it sells now, it sells. If not, it'll still be there for Q4.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, that's how I view it. I mainly do toys right now, so eventually those toys will sell. I'm not too worried about Q4 right now.
Right. So I just looked. I sold about $80,000 in Q4, but right now we're selling about $40,000 a month. So, you know, it's we're selling quite a bit more than we did. And the year before, we only sold about 49,000 in Q4. So you know, every month we're growing, and every month, you know, you just keep reinvesting that money, and you know, every month should be better than the one before. You know, this was probably our best month ever, and you know, the one before that, you know, is a little less and a little less, and you know, as long as you keep reinvesting your money, it's just going to keep growing. You know, as long as you're not afraid to hustle and get out there and do the work, you know, the money's going to keep coming in, and you're going to keep growing your business.
Good advice. Hey, Mark, how's it going, man? Are you muted?
I think it's muted.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Wanted to
we have a
ask Sean a quick question.
Uh-huh.
Sean, I want to ask you a question. I know you're reinvesting all your money coming in, but are you taking like a salary every month, or are you pulling certain money out to pay, you know, just your, you know, mortgage or your home insurance, health insurance, and you know, your own personal effects? Do you have a certain budget that you take out?
No, I take out as little as possible. I don't have a mortgage. My house is paid for. I don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. But you know, of course, we still have bills, and we do have a warehouse that we pay for, 2 of them even. You know, so we pay whatever we have to pay, and you know, we take as little money as possible, and just you know, reinvest every penny we can, and spend every last dime we can, every payout, you know, to get as much product as we can in the warehouse.
Okay, makes sense.
You know, you're making a portion of a percent with your money sitting in the bank, and at Amazon, you know, you can
totally agree.
Double or quadruple your money every month.
Yeah.
I had a question for you guys. I saw it in the chat. Aaron Coddington, he wants to know what we think about the new Star Wars coming out in Q4. How are you guys going to prepare for that?
Well, there's a company out of Ohio, California. I'm thinking about buying from. It's called EE Distributors, but between their wholesale and retail is high. But I understand from another video chat that I understand that Star Wars is expected to be a $2 billion merchandising event worldwide. They say it's going to be unbelievable. The first movie came out when I was in high school in 1977, so having a remake of the movie is going to, I think, just going to blow it out the water.
Yeah. Especially with Disney getting a hold of it, too.
Oh, yeah. Disney's going to make, hand over fist.
Yeah. So, I mean, so is that what you're going to be looking for as far as getting merchandise? Or
yeah, I think
wholesale?
there's something that I also found out. If you go online, look at the different movies coming out. Like the Avengers came out, Batman's coming out. Whatever movies are coming out, you want to, if you're into toys, you want to get, prepared for those type of items. What I understand, Star Wars they've been promoting it for a number, months now. It comes out in the middle of December, but I think anybody who's got Star Wars anything will sell, and I think it will go through the roof on certain items.
So are you saying for the people now, maybe just to collect anything Star Wars, it doesn't have to pertain to the new one? Maybe even all the old episodes?
Even the old stuff, even some like the old games and some of the old RDD2 stuff. I mean, some of the stuff that's old stuff is even selling if it's a new. Of course, I don't believe in if it's not new. To me that's an eBay market. But to me, anything new I would sell on Amazon. But it would be all the new stuff, even the anything figurines wise or toys or clothes or shirts. I think it's going to be a very, very popular. That's going to be like the key Christmas item for kids, boys or girls, be Star Wars.
Even adults, man. I'm going to buy a bunch of the toys for myself.
I'm sure. Do you source at Toys R Us by chance, Chris?
I do not. I've been there. I
tried. I went in and tried to scam some stuff. I found Amazon cheaper than some of the toys there at Toys R Us. The ones that I found.
Yeah, I know. I go. Usually on my lunch break, I'll go for. I have an hour break each day, so I'll go hit up a couple stores. And Toys R Us, I never found anything.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know if they would do any like online matching to Amazon. Or
I don't know about that. Have you heard about the buzz about Target? I've heard some Facebook stuff about Target, being prohibitive about resellers, but I don't see how that can be done. Again, there's some rumors going on the internet about that.
Well, I mean, I think people just talk too much, Go in there and do what you need to do and get out. They said the same thing about Kohl's. I guess if you don't walk in with "I'm a reseller" painted on you, I think you'll be okay. I mean, I've yet to have anybody come up to me and say anything. They may walk behind me, and that's it. But I mean, I don't think it's anything to worry about.
I'm still receiving orders from Target and Kohl's and what's that, ThinkGeek. I'm still getting stuff shipped in, so but they're not 1,000 items at a time. They're 12s, and
They don't sell to resellers, I tell you. So if you're ordering a lot,
Mark, you got your mic going? Well, I guess he's trying to fix it.
Yeah. So hey, listen, I've got a house I'm trying to rent, and somebody wants to look at it, so I might have to scoot.
Okay. Well, man, I
So,
enjoy you coming and hanging
real
out.
quick, Mary, how can I get? What's your Facebook page? I can get a hold of you about those shoes.
I'll type it in the chat.
Okay, good deal. Or email or whatever it may be. Marianne. Okay, got it. Okay, guys. Listen, it was fun. Got to run though. But I appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, buddy. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, bye bye.
Okay, just a couple more minutes I have. Mary, if you had any advice for people who just started FBA, what advice would you give them to help them get, you know, a good shipment out?
I would say get it in and get it out. Don't let it sit. If you're using a prep company, don't let it sit in their warehouse 2-3 weeks, because by the time it gets to the warehouse, more times than not, that price is already going to be tanked.
Yeah.
You know, if it comes in today, get it out tomorrow. We have a 24-hour turnaround time, 24 to 48-hour turnaround time here at our warehouse, so it works really good. But you don't want it sitting at home or, you know, sitting at a prep service. Ship it out ASAP.
Yeah, especially for all the new sellers. Like, I've talked to some people, and I always ask, how often do you ship out? And you know, and they'll ask me the same thing. Do you wait till you have a certain amount of items to ship out? And I tell them no. You know, if I go and I have a good day sourcing, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna list it, and I'm gonna ship it out. I mean, it can't make me any money sitting in my house.
No.
Yeah, unless if you someone like Sean Mayo with thousands of items, you know, you can't obviously ship out every day.
We ship once a week, and that's the same thing I tell everybody. You know, don't waste your time. You know, it takes time to get going. It gives time to put all the stuff away, print the labels at the end. You know, so don't waste your time shipping when you can be finding more stuff. You know, it's all about finding more stuff. Amazon took all the hard parts out of selling online. You know, they have a platform for you to do it. You don't have to find any customers. You don't have to find anything. You know, you don't even have to sell the stuff. All you have to do is find it and get it to them. So, you know, don't do it every day, you know, unless you absolutely can't do anything else. But just do it once a week. The stuff is going to be spread into a few warehouses. You're going to get shipments arriving, you know, a couple times, even if you ship once a week. But you know, ship every week, but really try and keep it to once a week, and spend all that other time you have out there sourcing.
Can you guys hear me yet?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Nice. Did everybody leave?
No. One guy left, but we have you now. Is your mic going good?
I think so. I hope it is.
Ka-ching!
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
somebody just bid on one of my eBay things.
Making money. All right, Mark. Well, let everybody know who you are and how long you've been selling.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know who I am. It's Mark.
I know you.
I've been, I've had my own Amazon store since beginning of March. No, we're doing okay. We're fast tracking it, baby.
And, you do mainly you do a lot of retail arbitrage, right?
Well, that's where I started, and now I'm doing more more wholesale probably than dollar-wise anyway. I'm doing more wholesale than I am RA for sure. You know, I still like to go out though. You know, it's a good excuse to get out of the office and go have some fun, torture my children, make them go scan with me. You know.
Um, and what type of items are you doing wholesale?
Uh,
Oh
You're trying to
no.
get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Marianne knows what
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
It's an inside
I,
joke.
I like the women's delicates. I do. There's money in them women's delicates. So.
I'm trying to ask you all the same questions that I asked them. Um, just getting started off on FBA. What would you tell someone who just started, who's about to ship in their first shipment, um, what they can do to make sure that they're going to make some money back?
I would say it's. It depends on what level they're starting at, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if they have some money to invest, they've got $20, right? Start at
Yeah.
the Salvation Army and Goodwill.
Yeah.
Don't waste any money at all on coaching. There's enough free groups out there like Sean's group and your group and that kind of thing where they can get answers to their questions. But if they've got some money to invest, I think that they can fast track by, hooking up with some people that are reputable that'll help them get started more quickly. So
Yeah.
coaching isn't always bad, but you can overdo it for sure. And you want to be putting as much money as you can every month into inventory. I would say as far as tools go, the best investment that I made initially on my in my business was Inventory Lab. I may start to outgrow that pretty soon, but it gave me a really good handle on what my sales were, what my profits were, my returns, all that stuff. That's really important if you're actually going to run a business versus a hobby or versus have a hobby. So I don't know if that's helpful or if that's what you're looking for, but for somebody to get started, I think Inventory Lab is a good investment, and then put all your money into buying inventory and sending it in.
Is anybody else able to see the chat? Is there any other questions in the chat?
Let me see. Nope.
How can you? The only stuff I see is like. I think you must see something different than what we see.
Oh yeah.
YouTube chat.
Yep. That's what I was trying to tell Chris, and I couldn't resist. Like I gotta come on and just tell Chris. Just open up another window. Open up your YouTube link. Mute it so you won't hear an echo, and then you can see the chat.
Yeah, I had it like that, and that's what made everything start dragging for me.
Oh.
I don't have a top of the line laptop or anything.
What do you got?
How do you get the link for the video on YouTube?
Yeah, I'll put it on the side chat right here. Hold on. All right. There you go. Go ahead and click on that, and you'll see the side chat. Just make sure you mute it, so that way we don't get the echo.
Yeah, because I can't see it, and I would love to, if there's any other questions, we can help people out. Caesar, how's it going, man? Been a while.
Yeah, man, what's up? I was just...
You look like you're feeling better.
Yeah, the last time we talked, dude, I was dying. I was shaking off a cold, either that or I just kissed the wrong girl. I don't know what. Hello, Marianne.
Hello, Caesar. How are ya?
I'm doing good. Who else we got here? We got the one and only Mr. Mark. What's going on, Blue Eyes? We got Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
Hi.
And we got Sean. Is that Sean, dude? What's up, Sean?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, man, I see you all the time on Facebook. I feel like we know each other. That's the funny part. Like, you talk to someone on Facebook all the time, and it feels like you know each other.
Yeah.
And there was another guy named Sean on here, right? He took off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of, before I hopped in, you guys were talking about Toys R Us, how they're more overpriced. Is that what you guys were talking about?
Yeah.
Man, I like Toys R Us. I like going there.
You know why they do that, right? Because they have their, and Mark, you could piggyback off of this. They have what they call their price match. So if you are a smart shopper per se, then you will tell them, hey, this item, it's $10 cheaper on Amazon. They'll price match it if you bring it up. Otherwise, they'll have that price listed or whatever for sale higher, unless you bring it up to the cashier and tell them, and they will honor it as long as it's a competitor. And they do price match from Amazon.com. They won't do eBay, so don't even try it. But they will do it for Amazon.com.
Yeah, I tried doing that on eBay for a store that we went to go get a part for one of the vehicles, and I called and I said, eBay's cheaper. Oh, we don't match eBay.
Yeah. They see eBay more like, I don't know, dude, more like, I don't know, Craigslist type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just online.
Yeah, I was seeing, only time I shopped at Toys R Us was after Christmas when they were clearancing out all the Rudolph toys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got some toy sets. They're like $5 a piece, and they sold still for like $30 a piece.
Oh,
That's
really?
that's the only time I made any money off of it.
I like going there and getting ideas for stuff, seeing what the retail market is. I scanned some items, and I found a couple of good deals there, but it kind of keeps you current. I think their inventory is pretty current and very broad on what's available in toys. So I like going there.
So what's going on with sales for everybody? How was your May sales? Did you guys met your goals, or are you guys logging in lessons learned for June, or what's going on?
I'm quitting FBA.
Oh, don't even start, dude. Don't even start, damn it. First, Amazon FBA Motivation Group debut, and you already want to quit. What's wrong with you, man?
If you guys are trying to make money on FBA, don't do it. It's horrible.
Bad.
You'll never make your money. Just quit now.
It's all a gimmick.
We won't tell anybody that you got
one of those multi-level things.
And we won't tell anybody that Mark got a new wholesale account selling bras.
And panties.
No, I just needed to buy them for myself. What are you talking about?
Hey man, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, whatever sells, right? Whatever profit.
Yeah, I hear you going on Diane's soil. Gonna let people know.
I can feel the love in the room tonight. It's all there.
But
yeah, dude, but I mean, as far as honestly, guys, as far as FBA or eBay or whatever platform you guys are selling in, one thing I will, pitch in is you guys got to sell what's popular, what's in demand. What are the kids talking about? If you have any kids or whatever, that's the stuff you guys need to start selling. What's in demand. Like right now, I think the other guy, I think his name was Sean, he was talking about movies and stuff. That's true. If the Avengers came out, you should have been all over that market before the movie came out. Because once that movie comes out, then all the kids are going to go start telling their parents, I want the action figures, I want the pajamas, I want whatever, So, yeah, you guys got to follow the market. What's in? Like right now, we got summer coming up. So if I was going to throw an idea right now, fitness. Camping stuff,
I don't know. I think summer is almost... Of course, this is my first summer, but maybe it's a little too late to start stocking up on summer stuff. Even we just did a bunch of squirt guns and had really good luck with that. But yeah, I mean, you want to be selling what's popular. We had really good luck with Tomorrowland stuff.
Yeah.
We sold a bunch of that, and so yeah, you gotta know what's popular, and you gotta be. I'm buying Star Wars stuff, and in anticipation of the movie.
Yeah,
but Star Wars sells good all the time.
Yeah, so. You guys just gotta get out there and sell things that people need it, like they have to buy it. For example, and you guys are gonna laugh, but it's reality. Toilet paper. People don't want to buy it, don't like to buy it, but you have to buy it. Dishwashing soap. People don't want to buy it, but they have to buy it. That's the type of stuff. I'm not saying go and buy some right now, but I'm just saying. You gotta get out there and target the products that people need, or products that people wish they can buy, but it's too expensive. For example, I mean, I don't want to brag about me, but you guys know of the inventory I'd be getting, and most of the stuff I get is a quick flip. There's a lot of people that say what they want to say, and honestly, I'm laughing. Chris, Mark, you guys seen my numbers. You guys seen what goes behind the scenes, so I'm just gonna laugh at those other people. But stuff like that is what you guys need to get into and start. Just start selling what people want. For example, what do women want? What do women like to shop? Because I would say, and Marianne, maybe you could back me up. I would say 80% of shoppers are women.
Definitely.
I think so. They shop for their kids. They shop for the husband. They shop for themselves. So you gotta target what women want. Who doesn't want to buy a Dyson vacuum? Who doesn't want to buy a Shark vacuum? Or I'm just saying, for example. So I mean, you guys just gotta target things what women want. That's what I think. Whatever that is. I mean, I could keep rambling on, but you just gotta target of what's in demand. So like summer right now, you guys need to be thinking about fitness because you can never go wrong with fitness. Never. I'll give you a good example. And you go on YouTube and you type in fitness. There's a bunch of women, or even on Facebook, or even on Instagram. There's a bunch of women out there that are doing exercise videos or showing their bodies, how attractive look, whatever. But if you notice what each one of them have on, leggings, fitness. They have fitness leggings on. I would be selling fitness leggings if you're approved for apparel or clothing. I would be selling fitness leggings because those are in. I just gave you guys a bolo. Just saying.
Leggings and tennis shoes.
And tennis shoes. There you go. Not too long ago, I had like 70 units of those fitness. I don't know what the hell they were. Bracelets, whatever. Those are all gone already. You can never go wrong with fitness, and you also have. Okay, think about summer. What's summer? Camping, barbecue grills. What else? Accessories for barbecue grills. Tents. If you guys could find a tent at a Salvation that's in good condition. Just the list goes on. Bug off sprays and crap. I mean, stuff like that does sell because people go camping, along with your water shoot guns that Mark's into, whatever.
Well, I mean, you were saying, buy stuff that's in demand. I mean, if it's in demand, the price is going to be high. It's not going to be low. So, I mean,
well, that's why I'll give you guys a tip. I'll give you guys a tip right now. For those of you that do retail arbitrage or online arbitrage, I mean, I don't have to worry about it because I don't do it. But for those of you that do it and are good at it, you guys need to get into buying off season. For example, when it's already past summer and you got the fall and the winter, all the bathing suits, all the summer stuff goes on clearance, goes at 80-90% off. That's when you guys gotta buy the stuff. Buy it. Same thing when for example, even when it's summer right now, all the winter clothes, the hoodies, the jackets, all that's gonna go on sale because nobody's gonna buy it right now. Right now, I would be buying a shitload of, excuse my French, I would be buying a lot of backpacks because back to school is coming when you guys least expect it. I would be buying a lot of backpacks if I were you. Before they actually hit the shelves, full force at Target, at Walmart, and then everybody starts buying them because now everybody could afford them because, Walmart's always having good deals. The minute they hit the shelves, get in there and buy them, especially the ones that have characters. You guys were talking about Avengers. You guys were talking about, what else? Avengers, Despicable Me, the Minions, those are still popular. Just get in there and buy backpacks. I would.
Yeah.
Did I just give you guys a bolo?
Yeah, the Minions. I mean, that movie's about to come out, so it's
you guys just gotta buy you guys just look at the market, see what's in. Whether it's a movie or the season or whatever, dude. For example, you guys could go to I'm just gonna say I don't care. Go to Dollar Tree, okay? They sell party supplies. Go over there and buy all the frozen cups, napkins, plates, and all that. Create a bundle. You're gonna invest maybe $5, $6. Create a bundle and sell it for $30. Why? Because every weekend when people go to Party City and try to buy, they're always selling out because it's popular.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Sorry.
But I mean, like, everyone's so worried about Q4. Like, what would someone do right now for Christmas time for toys and stuff like that?
Well, see, for Q4, again, you gotta follow the season. So the question is, do you want to ramp up for Q4, or do you want to prepare for back to school? You want to prepare for Halloween? Because I mean, people make. I know guys right now that make their year's income just on Q4. You know, they hit it hard in Q4, and they could take the Q1, those couple of months, they could take it off if they want to, because they make their year's income just in Q4, those 3 months. So the question is, do you guys want to ramp up? Or no, I take that back. So the question is, does your Q4 start in August? I mean, in September, whenever back to school starts. You know, and does it start from there, or does it start on October? You know, that's the question, because most of us, our Q4 is in November, you know, before 2 weeks, 3 weeks before Black Friday, you know. So that's the question. When does Q4 start for you? Do you start ramping up on toys and sit on them? If you could invest in them and sit on them as an investment, fine. Or send them in and mark the price of what's best for you. But what you got to do is look at Keepa, or what is it, Camel. Look at around the same month how much they sold for, and put at that price. You know, you say you bought it for 14, and right now the market's hot at $25, $30. But during Q4 it sold for $50. I would mark it at $50, let it sit, so that way you're creating your buffer. You know, your buffer, so that way you already have that bucket once Q4 hits. Just like someone said earlier, anything that you have for sale, I don't care if it has a million rank, almost anything sells during Q4. You know, if somebody was trying to find that popular toy and it's sold out, or you have something similar to it, somebody's going to buy it. I mean, it's Christmas. Everybody's forced to buy. Everyone's giving out gifts. That's what I would do. You want to ramp up for Q4, find out how much is sold during Q4, and put it at the same price, because more than likely by Q4 it's going to sell around the same price. Roughly. It all depends on what you're selling too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't look that far ahead. I want to make the money now, you know.
Yeah. Well, like with me, I follow the season, dude. That's just me. You know, if it's easy for you to find inventory, then follow the season. But if it's hard, then you know it's really up to you what your business model is. But I would suggest follow the season and keep, as you guys said, keep feeding that beast. Send in a shipment or two every freaking week, because if the minute you miss 1 week, your payouts every 10 days. The minute you miss that cycle week, your next payout's going to be a lot less by the time it gets checked in.
Yeah.
The more you send, the more you make.
Yeah, I made a mistake of sitting on something for a week and not shipping it in, and then my next disbursement was half of what the other one was.
Yeah. The biggest mistake people make is they like to, and I understand, but to me it's like, if you have 10 items, right, and you went and you bought a large Home Depot box, and you're asking yourself, should I send it right now, or should I wait until I fill up the whole Home Depot box? If I were you, find a smaller box and send it in.
Yeah.
Why are you going to waste time trying to source more where you have maybe a resale value of, you know, $100 or $200 depending on what you buy? I mean, I've seen your post, Chris, where you say you spent this much and your expected profit is this much. I'm right here scratching my head saying, oh, I hope you already send it in.
Yeah, I do. Every night when I get home, when I go sourcing, you know, I'll come home, I'll make my shipping, and I'll ship it out.
Yeah, just remember, like you know, they all what they all say is, well, there's only 24 hours in a day, so your time, every minute that you spend, it counts, dude. It counts.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta look at. To me, I'm looking at every second of a day as, you know, 10 cents or whatnot. You know, how much can I make in the time that I have?
And your group, dude, I like your group because your group is just the way it's titled, motivators. Because I personally think for you to be running a business from home or whatever it is, sometimes it's hard to be self-motivated. Why? Because there's a lot of distractions, dude. There's either your favorite show's on, or if you have kids, they're distracting you, or you know, and you're trying to work, trying to live.
About the shows, it's the family.
Yeah.
You know, to me, I don't care about the shows. It's the family that keeps me away from FBA. I can't run downstairs without the dog running after me or the 4-year-old running after me. Mom, I want this. Mom, I want that. It's like, what the hell? Let me just work here.
Yeah, and you know, your group, dude, is just pretty much reminding everybody that there's money everywhere, guys. You just gotta put your name on it. You know, nobody will never give you something. You gotta take it and just run with it. You know, and one thing I will tell you guys, and that's something I always tell everybody, is you need to surround yourself with people that are like-minded, like you, people that have that same entrepreneur mentality. Don't hang around with people that have that negative vibe, people that make fun of you, thinking what you do is a joke, people that just want to talk about other people. You need to separate yourself from those people and just be with like-minded people that you're gonna get motivated with, like Chris's group. You know, that group is, you know, it might be small, but I trust me, that group's gonna grow. You know, it's gonna grow.
That means I have to get rid of my family.
There you go. It's gonna grow. You know, right now it might be a few hundred or whatever, but I'm telling you guys that are watching, it's gonna grow.
Yeah, I made the group because I was a part of some other groups, and all I saw was just people trying to sell stuff. You know, they're like,
yeah,
you know, come get this coaching, come get this. I mean, how's anybody going to make any money if other people's trying to take it just to give them advice? You know,
yeah.
Why not get the advice for free, motivate somebody? And to me, I think that would make me feel a lot better than someone paying me money to tell them how to do things.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, to me, dude, anybody that comes out with content, whether it's an ebook or a course, whatever. Honestly, this is the way I see it. I give them more power to you, whatever feeds your family, pays the bills, whatever. You know, I give you props because it takes a lot of patience to write a book. It takes a lot of guts to try to start a course and teach other people, especially if they're paying you, and you gotta provide customer service or customer experience. Like, for example, Marianne, she has her own business and she's dealing directly with customers, so her goal as a business owner is to provide that customer experience, right? So it's really challenging. So I take my hat off to those people, you know, whether it's good or not, just the fact that they're doing it is like, hey, awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, if people have the money to pay for these courses to learn things, I mean, all power to them. Just like me, I didn't have any money when I started this. You know, I went around my house gathering things up and shipping them off and seeing what I can make. I mean, some of my favorite DVDs I shipped off to try to make some money off, so I can go get me a decent shipment going. And you know, I don't have you know $400 to take a course to do that. I'd rather spend $400 and make $800. You know.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, anybody that's doing something to whatever pays the bills, as long as it's positive and you're helping people, then more power to you. You know.
Yeah.
That's just the way I see it. You know, as long as you're helping people, awesome. Now, if it's the other way around, then shame on you. You know, of course, but.
Exactly.
You know, but again, that's the way I see it is. You guys just need to be surrounded and be around people that are like-minded, just like you. Positive, energetic, motivation. Just be positive. Because if you're surrounded with people that are just, I don't want to say haters, but just negative people, it's gonna create that bad vibe with you, and you're gonna get motivated. You know, you're not gonna feel that encouragement. You know, where like right now you guys are posting your numbers on your group. I bet you right now for a newbie coming on, they're gonna see that like, dude, one day I'm gonna be like that person. It might not be $1 million, but hey, it doesn't matter. No one gave you that money. You earned it. You made that. You know, you made that extra income.
I mean, I mean, like you were saying about your numbers, dude. That's what I think when I look at your numbers. You know, I'm like, one day I want to have that much, and I mean, I don't know the whole wholesale business like you do, but eventually I would like to.
Yeah.
But you know, being in contact with people who's interested in the same thing, like you said, I mean, you can get to that level if you really want to.
Oh yeah, and you know what? That didn't happen overnight, dude. I mean, sometimes you gotta lose money to make money, and I'm knock on wood. Hopefully, nobody never has to go through that because you learn as you go, you know. And a lot of people in the big Facebook groups, not to mention their names, but you know, there's just a lot of people that are brand new, and I feel bad for them because they're posting questions, you know, like how do you do this? How do you do that? What's the value of this? And you know, we try to help each other out to the best of our ability, but I guess the main thing is always ask the question or Google it, right? You know, just find out. For example, a lot of people make the biggest mistake and buy something because it looks cool, but when they take it home and scan it, there's no resale value, you know? So, geez, you know? So, you know, always ask a question, Google it before you even buy it, you know?
Yeah. And that's what I was telling Lucy earlier. You know, she said she does a lot of online stuff, and I was letting her know about Inventory Lab. You know, it'll actually tell you the ROI of the item and the rank, and you can even look at keep and everything. It's all attached to it.
Dude, and I'll tell you this right now, Chris. I'm very, very impressed with you, dude, because you're climbing pretty fast, man. You are. I'm not trying to give you any points. I mean, come on, dude. Your panel friends, the members in the group, they see that, dude. I've known you since Game Changers, and you're coming up pretty quick, dude.
Yeah, I hope to be a lot faster with it, but yeah, 50% is my goal each month. Increase my sales by 50%. So I mean, I'm not shy. I'll let everybody know who's watching the video. I just closed out last month at 2,900. So
That's awesome.
so next month, my goal is 4,200.
So let me ask you this question, dude. Let me ask you this question.
Mhm.
For everybody that's watching, or even anybody that's gonna watch the replay of this show, Chris is a perfect example of a person that's just simple-minded, has a family, has a job, and is still able to create a side business and still make an extra $2,000 on top of his regular paycheck. Who
Yeah.
wouldn't want to do that? You know? Come
Yeah.
on. I mean,
And
how does it feel? How does it feel to pay your bills with your work paycheck and have a little bit left over, but still have an extra $2,900 on your other account or wherever you have your Amazon account? I mean,
Yeah.
think about it, dude. That's like, that makes you feel good. Like you don't have to worry about penny pinching, dude. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I just looked at the the inventory lab. It tells you, keeps track of how much money you're actually spending. So, some people who are in this business, they spend a lot of money. They show a lot of they show high numbers, but there's no profit. So
Yeah.
like me, I try not to spend a whole lot of money. Last month, it said I spent $1,200. So you can see the difference. I spent $1,200, made $2,900.
Yeah. If you guys could at least discipline yourself from your profits that you make from Amazon, whatever they are, discipline yourself and take 10-15% of that, use
Mhm.
that as your reinvestment, and then the rest just save it, let it build up, save it. The only reason why I say that, and again, I have nothing against credit cards, but if you're gonna have American Express credit card, for example, and you go and you charge up 15 grand for the month, and you've made 30,000, as a payout, for example. I'm just talking out loud. You still have to pay your own personal. And this is for the people that are doing this full time. You still got to pay your personal lifestyle, your personal bills, and you still got to pay that credit card back. And then whatever's really left over, that's for you.
Yeah.
So if you could avoid getting a loan from Cabbage, PayPal, and all those other loan places, try to avoid it, because I've seen a lot of people come and go because of that. They got into too much debt, and they were, in other words, they were pulling a rope. Little did they know they were hanging themselves.
Yeah.
But in a positive way. I'm just trying to let you guys know. Like, for example, John Gorillo, I call him Uncle John. That guy's killing it at Walgreens or whatever, but he has a business model. He knows what he's doing, but he could charge up his credit card and do that, because he has a business model, but it doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, like me, selling all the stuff in my house. I didn't want to sell, but I had to get this business going.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. People start off that way on eBay. I've seen it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Lucy, you are so quiet, girl. What you got?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at Inventory Lab. I don't have it. I'm searching it on my phone.
And then somebody has to teach Mark how to unmute himself.
No, I've just been listening to you talk. That's all. I think that
I don't want to.
I think the thing that I would say is people have got to be disciplined about what they're doing, right? It's kind of like what you were saying, Caesar. You've got to be disciplined. If you're going to use credit is a perfectly reasonable tool to use when you're building a business, right? But it can ruin you too, So if you're going to use it, you got to be sure that you're being disciplined when you're using it. Every month. The other thing too is I think that a lot of the folks that are doing FBA, they're just like us. They've never really run a business before. They've got their job. They're investing some of their income, and it's really a hobby, right? But if your goal is to actually run a business, okay, it'd be good. It would behoove you to, watch some videos from successful people who are running business. Like, try to switch your mind. Try to move it in the direction of being a business owner. I was recently on a conference call with somebody, and they were talking about pulling, like $100,000 in salary out in the first, first year that they're doing business, and you just cannot do that. If you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to, give birth to this business, right? You cannot pull excessive salary out. In fact, you really shouldn't be pulling, in my opinion anyway, you shouldn't be pulling any salary out at the beginning. All that money should be going back in and investing in inventory, investing into tools, investing into infrastructure. Get your plan together. Every month you pay your credit card back, because what that does is that allows you to go out, if you want, and leverage that credit to buy more inventory so that you can grow faster, right? But you pay it back every single month. Some people have this perception that if they're paying their credit card back, they're losing money, but that's not the case, right? Because every time you make that payment on the credit card, that capital frees up, and you can invest in buying more inventory with it, right? So anyway, this is just me. I've been wrong plenty of times in my life. I'll probably be wrong again, but I think you've got to be disciplined. You've got to have a plan. I don't think you should go off and spend 3 or 4 weeks writing a business plan. I think you need to have a plan. It's kind of like what Chris said earlier. His goal is to grow by 50% every month. That's a plan, right? Now, where the particulars are in that plan, right? Is he going to use credit to grow that? Is he going to go out and just do retail arbitrage? Is he going to do wholesale? The particulars of that plan can be fleshed out over time, but no plan is going to be effective if you're not out there hustling your ass off, right? So you got to be out there working, right? You could plan all day long and still have nothing to eat at the end of the day, right? You could plan to kill that buffalo all you want, but unless you actually get out there and kill it, you're not going to have any meat at the end of the day, right? So you got to be out there. You got to be putting your money where it matters, buying that inventory, feeding the beast, getting it in, and getting it in Amazon, and then watch those returns. And when you get paid, you go out and you source more. And pretty soon, I think what a lot of people who are just getting started will find. Like, I know that everybody, or most of the people in this group right now, are limited. Everybody has that question when you first get started. Where do I find the stuff I'm going to sell? Where do I find the stuff I'm going to sell? I don't know where I'm going to find stuff. How do I make profit on something that I buy at a retail store, right? Everybody starts in the same place. But pretty soon, mark my words, you're not going to have that problem anymore. The problem is you're going to be limited by your cash availability. Okay? And then that's when things start to get really fun and challenging. Because now, you have to wait for that payout so you can go buy more stuff, but you don't want to wait, right? And then guess what? That's where credit comes in. Because that can allow you to take advantage of opportunities that you might not otherwise be able to take advantage of. But then you have to be disciplined. You've got to pay that card off every single time. That's got to be your first payment. You don't pay yourself first. You pay the card first, right? So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I hope that's helpful.
You're spot on, dude. You're spot on, But like for Chris, he has the advantage to treat his job like a credit card,
Backup system.
He has a job, so he can discipline himself and say, you know what? From my paycheck, I'm gonna always use $100 or $200 for sourcing, and whatever profits he makes out of that, save it, and then keep doing that until you're comfortable to pay yourself out. If you want to take a vacation or whatever you want to do, or reinvest. But I hear a lot of people say that they're gonna reinvest all of it back in. I don't do that. That's the only reason I'm saying I don't agree with it, because I don't do that. It might work for you, but I don't do that. I would maybe reinvest 40% of it and keep the rest, save it, because you just never know how the market's going to go. You never know. I've seen, for example, let's use this as a perfect example. Frozen. Remember when it was popular and it was hard to find and the shelves were always empty, and now you can find them anywhere. It's not hard to find. They're not as popular as they used to be. But guess what? A lot of people still thought they were going to be hot, so a lot of people plugged in that 60%, reinvested it back in. They went to go buy, a lot more Frozen, and guess what? Now they're not selling as much, and now they're trying to liquidate it just to get their money back.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other. Frozen's not a really good example, right? You know, there's a lot of other things that went on with Frozen that, you know, where Amazon shut down, you know, locked down all the inventory that they had from everybody, right? You know, but I get what you're saying. It's what I'm trying to say is at the very beginning, so not where you're at, right? At the very, very beginning, when you're trying to give birth to a business, not a hobby, right? You've got to be reinvesting all that money, or as much money as you can, into feeding your inventory machine, right? So that you can get that return on the money that you're you know, on your money. You can't be pulling that out. Now, what I've started to do is I've started to play a game with myself where I'll reward myself. Like if I hit a certain goal, then I'll take, you know, my family out to dinner, for example. We'll go to a nice restaurant and I'll spend $100 on dinner. Okay. You know, if I hit my sales goal for the month, you know, I might go out and, you know, do something fun for myself, right? Or do something fun with my kids. You know, I set up these goals and I have they're not. I don't want to get people caught up in setting goals either, though, right? Because all that stuff is just extraneous and you know, extra stuff that you can get caught up in busy work that doesn't matter, right? The focus is get stuff that you can sell for a profit. However you do that, you know, if you invest 60% and you save 40%, great. If that's what you're comfortable with. If you invest 10% in more inventory and you save 90%, great. You know, it's just going to take you longer, right? There's only two things you can leverage in life: time or money, right? So you're either going to invest more money, okay, or you're going to invest more time. And so if you're investing more of your time, right, you might be able to get away without spending even 60%. But if you're going to invest money, right, you've got to build that inventory. You've got to do that. And the faster you do that, the faster you're going to realize success. You know. So anyway, but I also want to warn, nobody should ever overextend themselves in this business, right? Because you could buy something that you think for sure is going to make you a profit, like those chaos traps. Okay, and then the bottom falls out, right? And all of a sudden you know, you're lucky if you get your money back at all. Okay, I mean there's always going to be those types of things. There's always going to be some idiot seller that comes in and drops the bottom out of a particular SKU. Okay, and you can't control that. So that's why not everybody does this business. You know, it's not as if you can sit back on your rear and everything's going to work out just because you're doing FBA. You know, it's still got risk. It's still a business, and you know, but it's a lot of fun, right? It's a lot of fun to buy something for $5 and sell it for 20, or like some of the people that I've met buy it for $5 and sell it for 500. You know, so it's addicting, right?
Hey, dude, Chris said that he's trying to feel the power.
Yeah, what I heard somewhere, someone said something to the effect of, make sure you question what you get. Make sure you question who you buy it from.
Oh, here we go. No, it's because oh my God, you didn't go there. All right, we're gonna keep this PG-13 because we still have viewers holding on strong for the FBA Motivators, which is awesome. You know, we've been rapping. Everybody went over an hour, I think it was. That's awesome. Obviously, they like what they're hearing, and if you guys have any questions, put them on the chat, and we'll answer them right now to the best of our ability. We're not calling ourselves a professional, but we'll at least tell you our experiences if we did have them, what happened and how it went. But
I have a question. Returns. How do you handle that on FBA? You get it.
You don't. So this is the way it works.
You just smile and say thank you very much, and your money's already gone, and they have 45 days to return it. Just say thank you very much and move on.
How do you know that goes back into your inventory? Like, how do you keep
it won't. It'll probably be customer damage, and you'll have to do a removal.
I've had a few that will go back relisted, so I'm assuming they was in good condition, and they've sold again. But like what James said, and it's very true, and I so seriously hate it. Say, you know, your disbursements or whatever, whatever's right now in your disbursement. Say right now you have on your transfer you have about $500. Let's just say that right now. And you're like, woohoo, you know, whatever. And suddenly you get that what is it called, James? Initiated refund email.
Yeah.
And
your money's already gone before that. You got that email.
Yeah, so your money starts going back down. So it's just part of the business, you know. You just gotta be ready for it. You gotta be ready for it. So now,
two of them today. I got one a couple of weeks ago where the reason Amazon fortunately put the reason in, and it said customer damaged.
And that's a catch-all phrase.
And they
That is
got
a catch-all phrase. That can be a defective product. It can be damaged in transit. It could mean that they didn't want it.
Here's the
will still be called as customer damage because it's an open product. It is not in a sellable condition, whatever that condition is. It's a broad range.
I think the other thing too that people who are new need to understand is they can set an option in their account settings so that when there's a return, Amazon will do an inspection, and if it's sellable, they'll rebox it and sell it again. And without that particular option set, what'll happen is it'll automatically go unsellable, and you'll have to do you'll either have to destroy it or you'll have to pull it back out of the warehouse. So make sure that you go into your account settings and if you want them to do the inspection and if it's sellable, put it back up for sale again. Make sure that you set that setting. There's a lot of settings in the account that you really should go through and understand what they do. You know, don't just like listen to guys like us and think that you're going to learn absolutely everything from it. Go dig into that account and figure out what the settings are that you want to have set up.
I have one.
One other thing to add, Lucy, on that with the return. You can fight it. Worst thing they can say is no. I have one right now that I'm fighting. I've had emails back and forth. They're telling me the policy of, this is part of doing the business. You get a return. The customer doesn't want it. Says, well, but it says customer damage. Blah blah blah. It was in perfect condition. So you can try to fight it. Sometimes they will side with you. Sometimes they won't. But it's worth your time. It all depends on your time, how valuable your time is.
Dude, you know what I just noticed? We're not even live anymore.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Are you sure? Look
It
up.
says live on top.
I see live on there. Yeah.
Look, it says off air. Or am I seeing things?
You're seeing things.
You're seeing things. Yeah.
Dude, it's
Yeah. We're not live, Caesar. Tell us what you really think.
Yeah.
well, if we're not live. I was getting ready to just.
Caesar, show us your inventory.
Dude, this is weird, dude. It says off air right here, but I don't know. Maybe I need to refresh.
Mine shows live, and I'm also in the other chat, so I can see it streaming live.
Yeah, it's live. It says on the bottom of mine's button to stop broadcast, so we must be live.
I know. See what it is? Caesar got these new things on this pallet. He got some time machines. He got a really good cheap price, and he's testing them out. And he's in the future right now, so he's gonna come back to rule.
Never mind, dude. Never mind. It says, I'm gonna do a screenshot so you can see this, man. This is bull.
No, you are live. Check you out.
Yeah. There is a question though in the chat.
I'm having a hallucination.
There was a question real quick while you pull that up. Is there a common way to decide whether to reprice for the buy bots or just wait it out? Yeah, it's easier to pretty much wait it out, and I'm in the same belief. Just wait it out. You price it. You did your research when you first put it on there. Stay with it.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear, man. Never mind. It says off air.
Caesar, can you see this? Oh wait, let me see. No, you can't.
Do a screen share. Let me see your screen.
If I screen share, will you be able to? Yeah, you would. Hold on. I'm gonna. You know what, dude? Watch.
Show us the mirrors.
I am gonna show you.
Just ask. Somebody in the chat.
Look, dude. Right here.
Off air. Yeah, it says off air.
Yeah, I'm not. That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
Tell Caesar he's in the future.
It is. He is. He's in the future.
That's what I was like. Wait a minute. Are we still live? Like it's off air? Because I was already getting ready to talk about these haters, man. But I guess we have to wait.
But here. Well, here's the screen share. Look at mine. So. It shows live here on mine. So,
Yep.
At least you guys can see that I'm not going cuckoo.
yeah, we're not live. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Awesome, dude. Yeah. No, we'll talk about people that are just never mind.
Haters.
That's what I like.
No, you know what though?
like
I was being
Chris's,
nice.
You know,
I
that's
was
what
being
I
nice.
like to see Chris's show. That's a motivational Monday.
Yes,
Monday
yes.
motivation hangout.
I did say, surround yourself with positive people, like-minded. That are going to give you that extra boost, or as Chris said, feel the power, whatever. You know, stay away from people that are just negative. People are talking about other sellers. Those are the people you got to kick to the curb, because all they're going to do is brainwash you and lead you straight to nothing. You know, worry about yourself, be your own boss, because at the end of the day, you're providing for yourself and your family. That's just, you know.
The heck is that? Others?
Well, I mean, and also, I try to talk to other sellers like you guys who are still humble, even though you're making good numbers. You know, you guys are still humble to the business, which, I mean, that's good. You know, you can't have. You know, there's been a few people that I've watched some of the shows. I'm not gonna say what show, but you know, just big-headed, like they know it all. They made all the money. You know, you have. I think in anything you do, you have to be humble. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, and then right now, dude, no matter what in the world, is that Mark doing that?
How did you do that?
We're still live, man. Don't believe that off air. I don't believe in it.
I thought I saw feathers.
And then of all things, he puts a rainbow. Are you trying to give me a hint? Just kidding. But what was I saying, DC? You thought I lost concentration because I forgot what I was gonna say, dude. Oh, there's a lot of, again, I was saying earlier, there's a lot of Facebook groups out there that are just negative and whatever. You know what? At the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and James are just laughing because I mean, again, worry about yourself and provide for yourself and your family. That's all that matters. Don't follow what they believe. Dunkin' Donuts is restricted, like you guys were talking about earlier. Don't believe none of that unless you research it for yourself. Google it yourself. Don't believe none of that. If that was the case, we would have believed that the world was going to end in 2012.
That's true.
Honestly. Don't believe what they tell you. Dude, I mean, right now, there's a lot of talk, and, you know, if you're successful, suddenly nobody likes you. You know? And you can ask Chris. I give him the heads up. Said, dude, just be ready, because there's gonna be haters, and hey, brush them off. Obviously, they're not doing nothing with themselves. They're just sitting at home. You know, it is what it is. Just worry about yourself. That's all I'm going to say. You know, I'm not going to talk bad about anybody, but just worry about yourself. James could tell you more, but that's just reality. It's just reality.
Hey, no, it's just the 3F rule. It's the 3F rule.
Oh, here we go.
You don't feed me. You don't fund me. You don't.
Hey, dude, we're still alive.
Look, squirrel.
Oh, man.
No, I mean, you know, I see it a lot where there's people just tearing other people down to build themselves up. You want to be around people that build others up.
I mean, that's just where it's at. Like right now, like what Chris is starting with the Amazon FBA Motivators. That's awesome. I mean, again, that's what people need, is to be motivated, and it's hard to do that because, as we're talking earlier, there's a lot of distractions. Dude, whether your kids, your family, your TV shows on, or James, you know, with his 25-year-old date. I mean, there's a lot of distractions. You know? I'm just playing, man. Damn.
I think these other groups are so big that new people like us starting the business, I feel out of the, like, it's weird to ask questions because that group is so large that when you ask a simple question, I'm feeling that they're thinking, oh my God, well, she's so stupid she can't figure this out, or she can't do this, she can't do that. That's why I was so happy when Chris started this group. I'm like, awesome. He's new, I'm new. Let's work together.
Yeah. And the thing is that and it's true. There's a bunch of large groups, not to name them, but there's large groups that people are joining, and their numbers are growing. Their member count is growing, and holy crap, look at us. It's because people don't know where to turn. You know, if they see that if this is an eBay group and this is where I'm going to find answers, fine, they go there. But like to your point, they're new, they don't know, and right now, you know, a lot of them are afraid to fail. And trust me, I understand that. But some of us that been there and already failed and learned from it, that's where we come in and just give you advice because we've been through it. And sometimes the way I see it, you just gotta take a chance. Sometimes you have to fail to be successful. That's just the way I see it. You know, for those that make a lot of money, but trust me, a lot of us lost a lot of money in the beginning. You know, no matter what happens, there's gonna be some opportunities where you gotta just, you know, brush it off and keep going. People that fail once, they want to quit. They don't want to do no more. Or people that right now are saying my eBay sales are low, my Amazon sales are low. They feel like they're wasting their time. You know, take a look at your listing. Take a look at what you're selling. You know, right now summertime's coming in. Should you be selling camping stuff, exercising equipment, you know, stuff that's summer related, or a movie that's coming out? You should be selling that stuff, not a suit, not a mug. You know, for example, I'm just, you know, it's still myself. I'm just trying to throw some examples out there.
Yeah.
You just gotta look at what you're selling, and you know, don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, that's the thing is, if you don't know, you're not sure, either ask a question or Google it or look it up before you buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
And that's the other thing,
constantly
you were
asking
saying,
questions.
asking a question in such a big group, you don't want to feel like an idiot. We know if you ask a question and they treat you like that, maybe you shouldn't be in the group. It's not a group for you. You know, it's not a helpful group, and it's better to find out then instead of later on. Yeah.
Yeah, I signed off a few groups like that. I mean, one group wanted to kick me out just because I asked, you know, if anybody wanted to hang out, and they kicked me out.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of groups out there that have, and I don't even know how to say it, James. There's a lot of groups out there that have strict rules. Okay, for whatever reason, I would understand if it's spam or trying to sell you some Ray-Bans, whatever it is. That part I understand. But if it's something like this, that's information, and you know, let's talk about our experiences or whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. But again, there's groups out there that are just very, 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 very strict.
Yeah.
Now, what is that group? I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, to me, like the Game Changers, we're not. You already know, Chris. We're not strict. We're not like that. You want to post the video, you want to post your ebook, it's fine. You know, it's a game changer. That's fine with us, as long as you don't come in and try to sell Ray-Bans. We're good with it, or spam with something else, you know.
Hey guys, have a good night. It's getting late here. Thanks so much for having me on.
Mark, you're not going to do your
Good
thing.
night, Mark.
Good night.
Mark, nice seeing you again.
Yeah, good to see you, TJ.
Good seeing you, man.
Here, Mark.
All of a sudden, Mark has to go to bed.
Yeah,
Yikes. Let's not ask.
yeah. Only thing I have about this group, you know, I tell people constantly, you know, post the numbers if they want. You know, anything that they can put on the page that could help someone else, you know, instead of boast about themselves. You know, post it because you want to help somebody. Don't post it because you have a big head. You know.
That's right.
Yeah, you're motivating people. You're giving that person that you're sending that message that it can be done. You're making the impossible possible. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
When I see those kind of posts, I kind of kick my butt. Like, why can't you be like that? You're gonna be like that, and that motivates me to go sourcing. You know, put the kid to bed early if I can, and come downstairs, or the husband's upstairs sleeping, and I'm down here working. It motivates me more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like right now, there's people out there that there's people out there that say, "Oh, I can't stand looking at screenshots from their phones on their numbers. That doesn't mean nothing to me." And the funniest part is that me and James are seeing that they're doing the same thing, and we're like, "Oh, geez."
Yeah, those
Oh,
are people that
God bless you.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, we know what we're talking about, dude. But that's the thing is, like, if you're gonna say something and you're doing it yourselves, then what are you doing? All you're doing is pretty much demonstrating that you just complain too much. Just let people do what they want to do. If that is what keeps them going to provide for themselves or their family, let them. If I'm gonna do a screen share and post $1 million from my phone, if it's gonna help somebody, fine. I don't care. You know, when I see Todd Foster posting how he hit 105 in 1 month, he posted on Scam Power. I saw that, I was like, damn, that's awesome. you know?
Yeah.
But then you have these other people that go on and do their shows and say, oh, they do 100 grand, but they're probably only doing 5,000 payout or 10,000 payout. Dude, you do not know that. You know, you don't. Are you gonna, right now? You're just speculating. You don't know that. But if it's gonna help somebody else get motivated, and that's what feeds his family or provides for himself, let them do it. You know, it's like, worry about yourself. Do not worry what other people are doing. Bottom line, grow up and worry about yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. James, am I wrong? Stop me.
You're right. That's part of a poem I live by. And it's do not compare yourself to others, for there's always better and lesser people than yourself. It can make you vain and bitter. Yeah, just focus on yourself. Challenge yourself. You're the only person that you have to be.
That's right.
You know how many times we get PMs from individuals that we hardly ever talk to, and they'll tell us like, "What are you guys doing? Talking to that person? He ain't nobody, or he's not selling millions of dollars, or he's not selling nothing." Like, like, dude, that person is a human being. That person is trying. There's not one person that we're gonna say that we're better than them. We're all in the same boat. We're all trying to flip a dollar. Okay. Now the only difference between all of us is that some of us have been doing it longer or have some bumps in the road, but we learn from it. But that, like I was just talking about Chris, we knew him since Game Changers, and this guy's coming up pretty fast, and he's gonna keep going. And now he just challenged himself to do $4 grand. Like, whoa, okay. And I'm pretty confident he's gonna hit it. Why? Because he has that mindset. He's gonna do it, and there's nothing that's gonna get in his way.
Yeah, you have to set goals. If you don't set goals, what are you aiming towards? You have to have some type of goal set. I'll throw it out there. January, when I started getting serious about this, I closed out with just $700 for that month. And, I set my goal to increase by 50% each month. And like I said, I closed out yesterday at $2,900. Not bragging about that. That's not huge numbers, but, I set that
for
goal
yourself.
for 50%.
You grew. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, dude. And pretty soon, I heard you talk about, I heard you talk crazy, Chris, that, hey, you want to leave your job. Yeah. Dude, if you're already to that point that you're making your income and more, hey, that's going to be a big step to, a big jump for you to do. But hey, if you already have a automated cycle and you already found a niche and your inventory is, consistent, why not?
Yeah, like me, I have a wife, I have 2 kids, so the main thing, it's scary to, quit a job that I've been at for 14 years now.
What I would do if I were you, I would stay in that job for now.
Yeah.
Keep the benefits and grow your business. It might take a year, but grow it to where you have 6, and you guys heard it, I'm pretty sure James heard it, until you have 6 months of income saved up, at least. So that way, if something goes wrong, you still have 6 months of income to be okay until you find another job or something, if something was to go wrong.
Yeah, my goal is, I want to stick with it all the way throughout the rest of the year. January 1st, hopefully I'll be coming on here saying, this is full time for me now. But for my family, I'm going to do it for the rest of the year. And hopefully
you would think when I've seen members in your group post, yay, I did my first sale and it's like $20 or $7 or, dude. That's awesome.
That's exciting.
Took that opportunity to roll the dice and see what happens. They send their first shipment in, and hey, that's $7 that nobody gave you. You earned it. You made it.
Yeah, there was someone who posted the other day that they only have enough money right now to find thrift shops and things, and a lot of stuff that they're sending in is used, and they're so excited that they made $30, off of stuff that they only spent $5 on. That's exciting.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example here. Let me. It's up there. I'm gonna give you guys one little example.
I've got the same goals, Chris. I want to stay home and raise my 4-year-old because I didn't raise my other 2, and I would love to do that. I would love to stay home and take her to school, pick her up, and just be a mom.
Yeah, I've always, I started my own the business I had before trying to do this. I DJ'd. I used to DJ. I was gone 4 nights a week, DJing in downtown Dallas. And you know, it started getting to me that I wasn't home each night to tuck my kids in bed. You know,
My
I
daughter's
it,
going through that now.
yeah, I mean, I you
Go
know,
ahead.
every kid needs a parent to be able to tuck them in at night, and so you know, I had to quit that, but I had to think of something else to pull in extra money, and that's when I started last summer doing eBay and Amazon. I was selling Amazon just motion fulfilled, and then September I found out about FBA, and I slowly started sending stuff in. And then after Christmas, I was like, wow, this can make me some money. So January 1st, I told my wife, I said, we're going to hit the ground running and try to make as much as we can. And haven't stopped since, and I don't plan on it.
One thing that, like that you were saying, that for those that go to thrift stores and they don't find nothing brand new sealed, but you find stuff used, as long as you can sell it on Amazon as used and it does have a resale value, dude, buy it. Buy it. If you're gonna get it for $5 and your return's gonna be 30, buy it. And if okay, your return's gonna be 30 used, but if you sell it brand new, it's 85. Dude, buy it. There's still profit to be made. You know, like you can still make money selling used stuff. You still could. I mean, I've got PMs in the past where hey, if I scan this and it's not listed on Amazon, should I buy it? Take a look at it. If it looks cool, roll the dice, dude. You don't know. You just don't know. You know?
Yeah, I stopped at a pawn shop 2 weeks ago. I've never went into a pawn shop to look for stuff, and I saw if they had video games for $1, and I found a Star Wars Lego computer game. It was used, of course, and I was like, "This is only $1." He said, "Yeah." I scanned it. The thing sold for $16 used.
There you go. So look, this is a funny story.
I think I just sold that one identical game today. It was PS3. Lego's Pirates age 1 through 4 or something like that.
Lego games sell.
$15.99. Yeah.
So we were at we spotted a yard sale, right? So we pulled over, like, let's go check it out, let's go see. And my son found this action figure, right? And because he likes Spider-Man. So then I was like, okay, I'll buy it. How much? And the lady's like, give me $2. I said, okay, fine, whatever. So I gave it to my son, and there you go. And the funniest part, dude, is that I just say, you know what? This looks pretty cool. Let me look it up, dude. I looked it up. This is the posable 18-inch Spider-Man that sells brand new for $181 and used sells for $85. Used. Wow. And this is an 18-inch posable Spider-Man. Like, you can move his hands around, his feet around. I mean, he's posable.
Now the question is, are you going to sell it?
Well, that's the hard part because it's my son's. So I was like, can I borrow it? So when
his son doesn't have it. He's had it in his office ever since they've got it. Yeah. So I wonder who's going to keep it.
So I tell my son, I'm going to put it away in my office on top right there. I'm going to put it away. So my son comes in and he looks at it. He's like, can I play with it? I'm like, no, because you're going to get it dirty. You're not going to play with it. I'm waiting for you to outgrow it to where you don't care about Spider-Man anymore.
See, so something like that, like if you would find at a yard sale, like loose like that, would you send that in the FBA or would you ship it yourself to the customer?
I would send this FBA, and this will sell, dude. It will sell on FBA. I mean, if you sell,
how would you package it? Would you put it into like a box and
what
then
I would do? The way I would sell it is I would put it in bubble, put it in bubble, and then put it in a box and sell it as sold as set, do not open, like if its own package.
Okay.
And that way, when you label it for Amazon labels, you label the box, and you're gonna put another label around the box saying sold as set, do not open. So that way they never open it. They'll take it out of your master case from your shipment you send in and see it as, okay, this is a set. I'm not gonna open. They'll just scan it and check it in.
Is that a label that you have to? Is that an actual label that you have to buy, or can you print it off somewhere?
You know what's funny, dude? Most people would buy them off of Amazon. But what you could do is, to save money, go to Microsoft Word, type in sold as set, do not open, right?
Mm-hmm.
Type it as 9 font or whatever. Print it out, cut it up, tape it, and that's it. Tape over, and you're good to go.
That seems.
You don't have
Simple
to
enough.
wait for your labels to. You don't have to wait for your labels to arrive. Just do it off of Microsoft Word, and you're good to go.
Uline sells 30 up neon labels too. Like I'll print them in a bright green or a bright pink or just something that stands out.
Oh, okay.
30 at a time.
I think, was that you, James, that said that you use inkjet for your labels?
Yep.
Yeah.
Been using a DeskJet ink printer. My DeskJet HP 1010. I bought it for, I think, $35.
That's exactly what I have too. The white one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I got the same one.
Holds up. It's a little portable unit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing works like a charm.
Lasted a year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, everyone keeps getting on to me to label my items because I just ship them in for Amazon to do it for me. But everyone
I
keeps.
don't mind doing it. I mean, you know, if you had, because they charge you, what is it, 20 cents per item.
Yeah, but I've noticed they haven't been charging for every item. It's just, you know, because they commingle a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, I'll list about 60 items, and I'll print out my labels, and then I'll put on a movie, and I'll sit there and shrink wrap them up, or by books I don't usually do. I just put a label on the outside of it. By the time I finish, it's been done. I'll actually go in and tell it to separate it out, send it to the shipment plans, find out where it's going to go, and then separate it into boxes. And it takes about one movie. That's how long it takes me. I don't mind doing it myself.
Yeah, I mean, because when I do it, it takes me, you know, about 10, 15 minutes. I just toss it in a box and tape it up, you know, let them do it. But I know eventually I need to do that. We have a couple questions in the chat.
Yeah, I'm posting them on the side here.
Let's see. Charlize 123. I've not done thrift stores. What do you find there? Do you look for only scannable items? Dustin Skelton. Okay, but and then Dustin Skelton said, what sales rank do you aim for when sourcing? Now, see, I get most of my stuff from thrift stores and yard sales and estate sales. I got this thing. It looks like a phone, but I don't use it. I've never scanned anything in my life. I go out and I just pay low prices on stuff, you know. I'm probably leaving stuff there. Oh, I could have made $25 on that thing, but hey, they wanted to charge me $10. Well, too much for me. I may have bought it for $5, but you know, I'll make deals with them. You know, especially books. I like books, and I'll go to a yard sale and ask them. I say, how much for all of them? And just be comfortable with you know, pay 10 cents a book. Yeah, there's going to be some that you're going to have to throw away, not going to be able to send it in. But you know, if you're paying 10 cents, 20 cents a piece for them, you're going to get some home runs. You know, matter of fact, on my last video I did, I think I paid $85 one weekend for stuff, and I already sold one thing for $79 and another thing for $100. So I made my money back, and so what if I lost money on those 4 books I wasn't able to send in? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like me, when I go to thrift stores, I scan things. That's just because I love Scoutify and the Amazon Seller app. It's helped me a lot. I mean, I look at VHS tapes. I know it seems funny, but I buy a lot of VHS tapes if I see them. You know, because I keep in the back of my mind, not everybody has a DVD player, even in 2015, you know. Like, I think my grandma just got a DVD player last year, you know. She's been buying VHSs for a long time. And so I look for that, you know, any video games, board games. I like to scan stuff. I just don't have that eye of, you know, what's worth.
You know, I guess I've been doing it along. You know the specific items that do sell. Scientific calculators, they sell. Multi-line telephones, they sell. A lot of electronic AC adapters, especially the ones that, you know, you flip up the little box and it's got a cord going into here that goes to the computer and one to the outlet. Those sell for $40 used, $50. Yeah.
Hey man, this is like the longest live hangout in history.
Yeah. Probably
No,
cut it
actually, I
short
still have that
pretty
one
soon.
hangout still going, the one from 4 weeks ago.
Oh, man, never mind. Another question. I don't know if did you guys read that question from Dustin?
Yeah, what sales rank do you aim for when sourcing?
Well, dude, I mean, within the hundreds, that's like a gold mine, right? You know, the way I discipline myself is anywhere from 1 to 10,000. You know, that's like it's gonna sell within a couple of days, or within that week, or by the end of midweek, it's gonna sell. Anything from 10 to 30,000 will sell within 2 weeks, depending on how many sellers are there, and then anything from 20 to 40,000 rank, it will sell within 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I mean, it all depends on what it is and how many sellers there are. But yeah, if you could find an inventory that's within the thousands, you know, more power to you. But yeah, don't be intimidated by the rank.
Yeah.
It all just depends what's in the market and what the customer is looking for. You mean there'll be a customer out there that's looking for a pink suit. I don't know, don't quote my name, but they'll be looking for a pink suit, and you know, you bought it because you thought it was cool, and I don't care if it has 1,000,000 rank, you just never know. I've sold things that in the past that had 1,000,000 rank, dude, or 800 rank, whatever. They sell. They might not sell right away, but eventually it will sell. It will sell. I don't care if it sits there for 2 months, it's gonna sell.
Yeah. I mean, it's really just the, you know, the fast nickel or slow dime effect, you know.
Yeah.
Just how quick. Like me personally, I have a little chart that I keep on my phone, and I try to stay underneath the top 5%. And I'll post that chart in the FBA Motivators group when we get done with this. But that's what I look at when I'm buying stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the mistake that people make, they get desperate, so they drop their price more and more just to sell it and either get their money back or make a few dollars. Where just list it and forget it. You know, especially if you paid a couple of dollars for it at a what is it, thrift store or yard sale, and the resale value is in the hundreds because you found that one item and you bought it for $5. And there are items out there that you will buy for a couple of dollars, and little do you know, dude, it's worth in the hundreds. James can tell you that. Just set it for that price, what it's worth, and leave it alone, dude. It's gonna sell.
Yeah, that's what I was
If
talking
anything,
about.
you know, you go back in and check your price and raise it. I've done that a lot of times.
That's what I was telling people earlier was, you know, do you guys use the app Eagle? It's $50 a month. I've been using my 2-week trial is up, I think, tomorrow, but I've made tons of sales with it. I go in there, I set the lowest amount I will take for an item, and I put the highest amount that I'll take for an item, and I let it do its thing. I don't touch it again, you know.
The only reason why I don't use a repricer is, well, we could talk more about it offline.
Yeah.
But never mind. We should talk about it offline. Let's just say I enjoy competing with sellers that have repricers. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I feel bad because
I mean it's making me sales, you know.
No, you're good. But I'm saying, remember, you have repricers. You could set it to your min and maxes, right? Your minimum, your maximum.
Yeah.
Where people like me, you get it really, really cheap, and the resale value is $50, and I'm getting it 80% off, and I could afford to drop it as low as, you know, what I bought it for if I wanted to, and since you don't set your reprices correctly, I'm costing you a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, like, because
you're buying it from.
Yeah, like I said, with me, I want at least 30% ROI back for myself.
Right.
So
but
that's the lowest I'll go.
No,
know?
right. But as a individual that does RA or OA, you want to get top dollar. But then you're gonna say, okay, the minimum I'll take is 30%. But people like me will make sure you're only gonna get 30%. But we'll get more into that in offline. We're not gonna talk about it right now.
Yeah. Well, that's just what I do. Still makes me money.
Hey, cut. I don't have nothing against it. No, I have nothing against it. More power to you.
We probably should cut it. We're 2 hours into the show, but
yeah, man, I forgot I left my hat.
I mean, this is awesome. I mean, we're at 27 viewers. 2 hours into the show.
You know what, dude? I personally want to give Lucy and the lovely Marianne, props for hanging in there with us because all the men just died out, dude.
I love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, if I can get some good feedback from this, if we've helped anybody out, just let me know. I'd like to do it because I enjoy seeing shows on Monday night. Beginning of the week, get people motivated to go get some stuff. I mean, I think it's a good night to have shows on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if anybody else likes it, let me know. Maybe we'll do another one.
What's going on with the chat before we call it quits?
Yeah.
Nope.
Any other last questions?
Well, let's wait 30 seconds before we end it. No, there's no more questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want people to think that we left and we chickened out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. James and I, we have stories to tell. That's why.
Yeah, I can take.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No.
We bought some special pacifiers for all the crybabies, dude.
I've got 3 at home.
Awesome. Let me borrow them.
No questions?
Nah, you're good, dude. So.
All right, man. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. It's been a blast. I've enjoyed it, and I hope everybody who's watching has got some good information. I think you probably got more information than you would from some other shows. Some people would probably charge you some money for that information. But I mean, if you enjoyed the show, let me know. If you want to see another one, let me know. And Caesar, James, Lucy, Mary, thank you guys.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, you guys have a good night. Join the group, Amazon FBA Motivators.
Definitely.
Night.